I'm gonna draw something from every anime I've ever seen, and I drew Sankarea from Sankarea, which is an anime that, like, the premise of the show basically only gets fulfilled in episode 4. And the show is about a girl that dies and then becomes a zombie, which is great to watch at 13 because finally you get to see someone die on screen. That was very important to me as a child. I wanted to see death and bloodshed. But I had to wait 4 entire episodes for that to happen. It was very slow paced at the beginning. I think I got recommended the show by a friend. This is like the one exception to the 3-episode rule for anime. I did enjoy it a lot when I watched it. It didn't cover a lot of story because I think there wasn't a lot of the manga at the time. So it didn't have a whole lot to cover. But it did have a lot of potential. And the opening song is a banger. I also really like this background music. It's really nice. Meow. Oh. There's also a zombie cat. And I think it was the OVA or like the 13th episode or whatever that was like entirely told from the perspective of the zombie cat. But I didn't care for that. It was a pretty cool show because, like, imagine you're a girl who just wants her freedom and then you die and you still don't get your fucking freedom. You just want to be a girl. You just want to be a normal girl. So you die and then and become a zombie and you're still not free to do whatever you want. Yeah, so I think a friend recommended me this anime. At the time I watched it, and then I don't think I watched it with my brother, but I think I told my brother to watch it as well. I also bought some volumes of the manga. Not all of them, but maybe all that were out at the time. I don't remember, honestly. I didn't draw her before this, so I just kind of, like, not like I did with Mocha from Rosario Vampire. So I just went in like this and drew her. So I did have some trouble with the uniform because I'm really bad at drawing uniform style outfits. But I think it turned out alright. When I do these, I kind of try a little bit to integrate the original art style, kind of. Like just the face a little bit, if I can manage to do that. I tried to draw the legs differently this time because I don't know why I couldn't do it like I usually do. Maybe because it's like, because the canvas size was bigger for some reason. I don't know. I usually draw on a pretty, like, not that small canvas size, but smaller. So maybe it was more difficult for me to draw like a straight line. I was also thinking about drawing something that was more like gore, but I've never drawn gore before. I'd like to, but I've never done it before, so I didn't want to start now because drawing fan art, like drawing existing characters that aren't my own, is already difficult enough for me, so I didn't want to make it even more difficult. I have like 300 more of these to go, so I didn't want to make it harder on myself. I was also considering making one version of this with like her blue eyes and normal kind of look, and then one with guts spilling out and stuff, but I didn't. Because as I said, I've never drawn gore before and it seemed like too much to do for now. But don't worry, I've got a lot more gory anime that I can apply this to, which I didn't like as much anyways, so I'll probably be able to lock in on the gore for those later on. But for this one, I like the character enough, and I did like the story enough. So like, since I like this anime, I just wanted to draw the character. But later, when I get to the anime that I didn't like, but did have gore in it, I'm gonna try to make something a bit more gory. Again, I did not know what to do with the fucking background, as always. So I decided to put some leaves there, like, because the hydrangea is the flower of the anime. The motif, the flower motif of the anime. So I just put some leaves there and then obscured them